VIP package for wrestling card collectors, For just $19.99 per month, you get 40 pounds of whatnot discount codes, entry to a monthly giveaway with epic prizes, entry to an exclusive VIP-only free break, and free grading from MGC, and so much more. Dig it? Message the team on Instagram for more details. Ooh, yeah!
Coming to you from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics podcast. Let's fucking go.
And welcome to episode 49 of the Square Circle Relics podcast. I'm your lead host this time round. I'm Jamie, joined as always by Chris and Lloydy. Evening, boys.
Let's fucking go. Been waiting for that all fucking week. Yes.
You enjoyed that trailer then,
mate.
did you?
Evening, by the way. Hi, Chris. No, I mean, like, you put like a prayer on anything and it just heightens everything. Like Grado's entrance music for many of a year. I loved it. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm not a massive fan of the way that they've taken superhero films over the last couple of years, but hey, why not? Looks fucking awesome. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's do this. Looking forward to a great show, guys. Let's get it done.
Let's do this. We've got loads to chat about, but let's do as we always do on this show. How have we been? What have we been watching? Chris, we'll start for you. How's things? What have you been up to? What have you been watching?
Started off with me, okay. I think I know why you started off with me, actually, because I alluded to this in our chat, didn't I?
I don't know.
So I've not had the best week, to be fair. I mentioned a few weeks ago, Jamie, didn't I, that I left my job. So I'm a reseller. I'm a dirty reseller. So I've started this 2 weeks ago. First 2 weeks have been amazing. Constantly at the post office, etc. Not anymore. I got banned from the post office on Monday. So yeah, not the best week.
Can we ask?
We
ask why? Or?
So yeah. So it's not my proudest moment either, but I will stand behind my actions because it is what it is. I've been they've been taken over a couple of months ago, 3 months ago or something. Scott from SC Cards can attest to this because I sent something to him, incorrect postage paid. They did it all for me at this post office. Anyway, keep going. It keeps happening. Every now and again, they'll just charge me the wrong thing. They just upcharge me sort of thing. Last week, I caught them doing it, and I was like, bruv, you've just fucking put like £1.55 stamps on there when it's meant to be 85p, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I sent my missus in Monday to do 10 parcels, and I was doing another 10 somewhere else. And they overcharged her by like 20 quid. They sent everything as small parcels when they were
large letters.
When they were large letters and small letters and blah blah blah. So I was a bit shocked when she came back and said how much it was. So I went in there, kicked off a little bit. I was pretty reasonable, and then the guy who did it was serving another guy on the main counter, and the guy he was serving looked over at me and laughed.
Oh.
Yeah. You ever seen that film Falling Down, I think it's called, with Michael Douglas in it? Yeah, I fucking lost my shit. I was like, did you just fucking laugh at me? And then it just escalated from there. The guy was a chav, do you know what I mean? He was an idiot and he was old and should have been at work on a Monday afternoon. So anyway, I'm getting annoyed again thinking about it. ended up, I got banned. It is what it is. So thermal printer turned up just now before the show started.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Boom! I do it my fucking
yeah.
self. Fuck you, the post
Mate,
office.
it's so much better doing it. I had the exactly same thing happen to me. So again, SC card, Scott.
Yep,
I
you
sent
did
him
mention this.
a card, yeah, and it went missing for ages. I said, well, it's definitely gone. It had the same thing, come back as undercharged. I've had another one which come through as undercharged.
Yeah.
You think actually it's just easier just to get a couple of ink cartridges and do it yourself, and it's so much more easier than having the hassle of going down there. They're on lunch or anything like that. So I don't blame you, bud, to spending out on doing that.
The only problem is I live in quite a small village. It's the only shop in the village. So I now, if I need anything, I now have to travel like 10 minutes drive away. But whatever.
Are you banned from the whole shop?
Banned from the
No
shop.
way.
Yeah. I mean, I did get really annoyed, and I was saying to them, don't play with my money, basically. That's how I feel, though. It is how I feel, so.
It's amazing what a pair of dark glasses, a long bushy beard, and a hat can do, though, Chris. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can probably get away with going there in disguise.
No, fuck that. It's principles. No, they can go fuck themselves. Sorry. I'm getting annoyed again. But no, it's out principles for me. I'm not going to
I want to come up and have some fun with you. Like, knock down their door and go, you're a cunt, you're a cunt, everyone's a cunt. Sorry, Margaret.
That was me on
Yeah.
Monday.
I love it.
Not the best day. But anyway.
No, that's shite.
It really, it's given me a kick up the arse to get the printer and do it myself. And I'll be laughing.
Yeah.
So,
You can save a fortune doing it yourself as well with the online account. There's a massive load of benefits to doing it yourself. So
I'm just stuck in my ways. I've been doing eBay for since 2001, sending it the same way ever since. So times are changing.
I might need to talk to you about that kind of stuff because I've got so much shit I need to sell. So we might have to have an offline conversation about it. Yeah, because I've got stuff. Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway.
go on, Chris.
Other than that,
Give yourself a plug ski then.
really-
Go on.
Oh, what, my
Give yourself a little
eBay?
plug. Yeah, go on. Give
I
yourself
don't know
a
my
plug.
eBay name. CTC Collect 23.
Yeah.
Not the best
And what
name.
you're selling, everything.
Everything. Mainly, it's a lot of cards. There's a lot of video games. There's a lot of video game like memorabilia, things you could only get from like stores and pre-order stuff, that kind of thing. And at the moment, lots of Fallout pops. Have you seen that Fallout's come out on Prime?
It's boomed, isn't it? Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. So I've had all this I bought this Fallout collection a few years ago, and I've just been sat on it, and it was, a lot of stuff, boxes and boxes, and I've just been shipping that constantly. So
Cool, man.
been fun.
Nice.
Anyway,
Lloydy, what about you? What have you been up to and what have you been watching, if anything?
Not a lot. I need to go in to get some more eye surgery done in the near future. FYI, I haven't told you guys about it yet, but that's on the foreseeable, I think. But other than that, all good, man. Like, it's just works crazy, but everything else is quite cool. Watching wise, not a lot. Like, I spend a lot of time doing what Chris normally does and watching breaks and stuff like that, and that's kind of been like, you'll see in my purchases today. There'll be a lot of references to breaks. Obviously, Card Trick's been the best. But there's a lot of other breaks that I was in over the last couple of weeks for this, that, and the other. But it's kind of been my life. Jamie, anything your side?
No, normal sort of stuff, really. I'll tell you what, I have gone down a bit of a rabbit hole with. I'm trying to get everything ready. So my big plan for summer is to get a media server in the house. So put everything on like NAS drives and get all my music, my radio stuff, all our sort of movies and stuff.
I've got a media server. It's called my wife.
Yes. Just put it all in one place.
we used to have one when I lived with a group of guys. We all had that, and then we'd share each other's stuff. It was really cool.
I mean, we digitized our entire Blu-ray and DVD collection like a long time ago, but now it's on like 6 hard drives, and it's such a pain in the
I
ass.
literally just sit on the sofa and say, "Pass me the remote." That's my media server. Yeah.
But have you got everything you need on that server? That's the question. There's some random shit that ain't on these networks.
That's good, man.
But I'm trying to do that. So I'm trying to go for it at the minute and put thumbnails and everything and all the metadata. And it takes so long. So I've been doing a lot of like nerdy shit like that, really. But yeah, in regards to what I've been watching, I mean, not a lot really. I've just watched Dynamite, and I'm kind of like just going through and flicking through stuff at the minute. I'm not really post Mania. I thought WWE is kind of like falling off a little bit for me.
It's been
like
the draft, hasn't
Mm.
it?
Yeah.
Well, I have
again,
watched Dynamite over the last couple of weeks, and there's like a thing that Kevin Nash did, didn't he? Like he was constructively explaining why AEW's basically shit, and he ain't wrong, but there just doesn't seem to be any direction. Like it's just there's matches for the sake of matches. Everyone's got a fucking belt.
It does seem that way. Yeah.
It's just there's nothing of substance there. And if shit TV is shit TV, then AEW at the minute is shit TV. So I don't know, man. Like it's tough because I want them to succeed. They've got all the ingredients to be a successful show. I don't know what's happened since, other than obviously Punk leaving and Cargill leaving. I don't know what's happened to them since All In, and it's so sad.
I just find with them that ultimately, like when I liked AEW because you had that long story arc, like everything seemed to be planned out, mapped out, and long term. But week to week, like you still know roughly what you're going to get, but there's nothing really in between. It's like Double or Nothing. We know, okay, we've got Monet and Willow, but there's no building to that match. It's literally just, this match is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know it's going to happen.
Yeah,
but you don't,
strange,
it doesn't build.
That's it. The weekly. He's basically saying what happens at the pay-per-views is what happens at the pay-per-views, but what's happening on the weeklies is just really not watchable that much at the minute. So
yeah,
it's sad.
I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully it will come back round, but it is a really, really cold product at the minute.
Tough.
And we've got to talk about Tony Khan taking a Meltzer driver. Did you enjoy that, Lloydy? I bet you loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be, because obviously I heard about it before I watched it, and I was like, oh God, how's this going to... And he took it quite well, to be fair. I think ultimately the worst thing that happened, though, was after that, when he was wearing a shit-ass...
The draft.
Yeah. A shit-ass thing around his neck, still moving his neck around.
Still looking totally
normal.
Pat McAfee taking the piss out of him for it, and then he refers to WWE as Harvey Weinstein. It's kind of something that we would do on this show. Like, not Tony Khan.
I mean, give him credit though. Like, he got everyone talking, and I'll give him credit as well for at least going on the NFL draft with a net brace to get a bit of publicity in the first place. But he shouldn't have been doing all this. It just sort of made it a bit of a laughable thing, really.
The one thing that Tony Khan has done is got people talking.
Well, I was going to say, this reminds me of 1997, Vince McMahon. Brett screwed Brett and all the rest. That seems what he's doing, basically. He's thinking, right, if everyone really hates me this much, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do what Vince did. That's the impression I'm getting.
But the thing is, he's against the bad guys at the minute. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing it the wrong way around, and it's just
he needs to be with the Bucks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he could be at this point because they're the EVPs, aren't they? Unless you could have Tony turn heel because he needs to work with the EVPs to keep the company going.
But you know what's going to... I said to you in the ATP chat, I think what's going to happen with... You'll have Team Tony against the Elite at some kind of TNA lethal lockdown bullshit, and then... and then it will just be a really shit match. Team Tony will win, and then that will be the end of it. And then... you can see it's just going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. It's not going to be any good. Nothing really is that good with the AEW at the minute. It's just a shame. I say that. I mean, like the Ospreay versus Daniel Bryan match. I mean, the thing is, everyone's like going, "Oh, it's like one of the best things I've ever watched." Go and watch Ospreay matches because he does this all the time. This is not.
This is true.
This is not unique. This is just him on the center stage wrestling against Daniel Bryan, who's a really good wrestler as well. But go and watch whatever he's done in New Japan. Go and watch what he's done in the UK. He's done it time and time and time again. And he's just getting recognition in America now. So good on him, though. You know,
Yeah.
even though he's not a smart man.
I mean, I did like that finish, though, when they were like running at each other and just having that knockout blow at the end. I just thought it was such a nice finish, though. It was really cool.
That's cool, man. Like, don't get me wrong, great match. But I would love for people to go and watch his 3,000 matches he's done beforehand. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, massively, yeah. I think it's different for us because we've kind of seen him work through these ranks as well. You know, we've seen it from day dot. And like that whole New Orleans are now seeing him for the very
everyone
first
can watch
time, aren't
New
they?
Japan, man. They've got like an app that you can just go on and go watch.
They won't, though, will they?
I don't know. Whatever.
So anything else? Are you going to be watching anything else this week? Going to catch SmackDown, or are you just going to wait for Backlash now?
I kind of missed the draft, to be honest, because I was watching the NFL draft. Jets.
Well, I tried to watch it with card tricks, of course, but I did fall asleep, and I barely saw anything, and my phone died because I was obviously watching it, and so I don't know. It seemed like they were all kind of getting drafted to the same brands they were on anyway.
That's
I was like,
what
what's the fucking point of this? Just talk about someone else. It was nice to see the NXT guys get drafted though, because they seemed genuinely like they didn't know,
Surprised,
and surprised and happy. Do you know what I mean? They just seemed like
the
elated.
girls look elated when they were like really
like Blair
really
and
cool. Feel good moments. You know,
that's it.
really good.
Yeah,
I do question
nice.
their drafts. Like back in the day when they did like the lottery. And then they went into the drafts. But the drafts used to be, the top people used to go first. And I know they've got 2 different pools and stuff like that. But in which world is Bianca Belair the first round draft pick? Jade Cargill as well, first round draft pick, was she, I think.
Damage control were like number 2.
And then you got the likes of Drew McIntyre going round 6. And it's like, he just won the world championship and he's just been drafted like in the 6th round.
Signed a new deal.
What's happened there?
Yeah.
So it's all that kind of stuff. It doesn't really float my boat, to be honest. It's like you're not picking the actual top wrestlers. And the thing is, like, I think Raw and 3 draft picks, because they got the Karrion Kross's crew, they got Ray's crew, and who else did they get? Another lot of people, but they got like 17 people in 3 picks. I'm like, and they're all coming.
Was it Bobby Lashley?
I think Bobby's staying on SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
But there was another one. But anyway, it was. I think it was actually was it it was the Kabuki Warriors, the Zayn and that lot. Sane. But they all moved over to Raw, and it's like 17 extra people on Raw. Fucking amazing. But that's it for me, really. There's not a lot else on. I did want to watch that TNA pay-per-view, but I never got round to it.
The latest one with Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I only saw the Matt Hardy bit, but
I only saw the Matt Hardy
they
bit.
they seem like they had a few returns during that show, though, didn't they? I think they had a few more people come back.
I will get round to. I will get round to watching it at some point, but I just haven't done it yet.
Fine. Okay, we should go through some card news then. Should we run through what's been on the last couple of weeks? Yeah. So we'll start off with the sort of big news of the card news world. So we had sort of things coming through from the last couple of weeks. Steel City were emailing people saying that basically AEW Metal 2023 had been cancelled. This email basically said, we've been informed by Upper Deck that 2023 AEW Metal Universe is being cancelled and they are simply not going to make the product again till 2025. We can send you a web credit or offer you a refund on your purchase. If you want to put money towards another AEW product, we will be running specials right now on all AEW Spectrum and Allure. If you'd like to have interest in these items, please let us know. So, firstly, again, if you are looking for Metal 2023, it will not be coming out. Lloydie, we'll hand over to you in a minute for some update on metal. But I just want some overall feedback, really. What's your guys' thoughts on this and generally Upper Deck and AW? Are you convinced that we're going to get any more product, or is this going to be like the last we're going to get and they're going to focus on other stuff?
That's a share of shit. Because there's one factor that we need to talk about at the start of all of this. How are people being told not via Upper Deck, but via a reseller? What the fuck is all that about? Like, I have got so little respect for Upper Deck doing that. Just put out a release and just say, look, we did want to do it for X reason. We can't make it for this year, but we'll be back next year. We're really sorry. Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't get resellers to send it out via a group email, basically, to everyone who's tried to purchase it as a pre-order.
Buy your product.
I think it's bullshit, man. Yeah. I really do. No respect for that.
I did look online also, try and see if there's any other people. Now, the only screenshots I could find was from Steel City. So I don't know if Dave Adams or anyone else has had similar emails I've had to send out. But I completely agree with you there. Like, they have a news feed on Upper Deck's website all the time where they're putting like new releases on there. It would not hurt them if they put a corporate message up and just said, look, sorry about this.
And explain.
You know, please reach out to your retailers.
And explain, just say to you, your reseller retailer will be in touch with you soon regarding if you've made pre-orders, and maybe even like make it up to them, give them like an extra $10 or something like
anyone
that.
Who's pre-ordered, exactly. Yeah, that's it. I
don't know, man.
The only kind of positive thing about it, in my opinion, is that we won't get all these old roster people on there, so I am kind of happy in that aspect, but I wanted metal sooner rather than later because it was one of my favorite AW rips so far, so bit shit, but yeah, I'll be looking forward to it if it comes out with an updated roster.
So I think really that segue into I have listened to the latest CFP, and Danny's been talking to Upper Deck. Basically, they are scheduled to release metal in 2025. Hence, they won't do 2023. So really, we're not getting 2 years of metal, really, are we? We're not getting 2023. We're not getting 2024. We'll get a product in 2025. Whether or not that's labeled 2024, don't know. There was no real reason via Danny that he could explain why. He just said that he understood why. So it just is what it is. Like, it's happened now. He did say that the images that we saw, they're going to be basically lifted and shifted to 2025 product. So we're still going to get the laser beam eyes, fantastic energize eyes, whatever they're called, fantastic. But it will just be on the people who are actually in the company, not from 2 years ago. So as Chris just said, that's great, because you don't want someone who was released 2 years ago on a card, really, do you? So
no. We've been waiting for a Prince Nana for time.
Prince Nana laser eyes, man.
That's all I'm bothered about. Lenticular, where he dances.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Oh,
mate,
cool.
That'd be good.
So good.
I just made Jamie's day.
I do wonder as well. Obviously, they must have been in production for this at some point. So I imagine that the reason they've said that they just update or remove some people, they've probably got most of this stuff kind of ready to go as well.
Yeah.
Like the artwork's all done. They've probably started cutting. I can't imagine they wouldn't have even started getting this done.
They also said on CFP that we still will get Flagship, we still get Black Diamond that they've publicised about, and another one as well. Why that other one isn't metal? They weren't specific to what it was. So
what's that really premium one called again? We mentioned the other week.
SP.
Now. Mine's gone blank.
Oh no, Black Diamond.
Oh, Black Diamond.
Yeah. Oh, Black Diamond. That's
and
it.
I will
fine.
say that I looked into the current one of that because I wasn't convinced on my pricing, because I said 150. The current hockey one is $300, so I think you're looking double wise.
Double bubble.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess a little bit of a footnote here as well. So they said not till 2025, so we can probably assume then actually we're going to have no movement of AEW to anyone else, i.e. Panini or anything like that before that point. So
that was where my head went
really.
straight away when they announced this metal thing. I was straight away thinking Panini, but
I don't know.
No.
I still think all the information. I'm not saying CFP are wrong at all. I think they're right and what they've been told, but you just don't know what is going on behind closed doors. I think ultimately, I think a lot of it is like Panini's not where they're going and they're at home with Upper Deck, and I get that a lot. But if the money's right. And Panini need to survive after they lose everything, right? So they're going to be looking at everything to try and stay afloat. And then which will impact Upper Deck in some regard as well. But I don't know. I can see it at some point moving to Panini when WWE have gone. But WWE aren't leaving until, 2025, 2026? Like the start of 26 or something. So they still got time, but
and everything else is TBD. So there's no. I know saying our flagship is still going to come, but there's still no date on that. So we'll see. Watch this space for that.
Thing is, they always drop it at the same fucking time as well. We'll have like 3 releases
three
releases over a month and a half, and we'll be like, no, a bit bored of Upper Deck now. Like, yeah,
it's too much. So let's move on to other AEW releases. Try and do it all in a bit of a bundle. I'll move this around a little bit. So AEW New Arrivals. So we had New Arrivals on the 19th of Zack Knight. I was trying to figure out if this was going to be like his first card, if he's had anything elsewhere, but I don't know if he's ever had anything else. But if you're a Zack Knight fan, that was out. And then everyone's favourite Spanish announcer, Carlos Cabrera, he had his New Arrivals card. This is actually his rookie card, despite being with WWE for 30 years and been with AAA the last couple of years.
There's a reason.
This is his first ever card.
There's a reason for this. Nobody cares.
Nobody wants fucking announcer card.
I did wonder though, because some of the old top sets and even like the Slam Attacks used to go through everybody,
all of them,
like announcers. I did wonder whether they'd had like a weird card, but there's nothing at all.
No.
So yeah, Carlos Cabrera, their New Arrivals card, if you're interested, is still up as of tonight. Match day moments, again, these were out for Destiny, Dynasty.
Before we go into this, because I know Chris is rubbing his hands, so he's going to be saying something. I didn't get any of the New Arrivals. Did anyone else get any of the New Arrivals?
No, not at all.
I got one Zack Knight and I got a silver.
There you go.
Oh, that's all right.
Worth asking then. Like, let's go to match dated moments then.
I might pick up a Carlos now just for the sake of it, because you never know, he might have a massive boom in AEW and everyone will be going after him. So, right, match day moments then for Dynasty, Destiny, whatever you want to pronounce it as. First thing to note, they have gone back down to 4 base cards instead of the massive amount they had for Revolution. So we had 4 base cards. We have a Okada beaten Pac, and the image was the Rainmaker. Willow was her holding up the TBS belt. Tony Storm was a standing cloverleaf, and this was a really cool shot where Tony was black and white with the red lipstick, and everything else was in colour. So I really like what they do with these each time. We had Jack Perry return, so this image was him in the corner with security. We had a silver, which was Will Ospreay giving Danielson the massive hidden blade and really leather him across the ring. And then finished up with the gold swerve holding up the gold. So some nice card images there, and really pleased with what they've gone with here. Did you guys pick any of these up?
Yes. No. So, Chris, go for your life.
I was about to say, there was no talk in the ATP chat, so I just was like, well, no one else is bothered. I'm just going to keep myself to myself. I'll talk about it on the pod.
Different, like, normally there is. Like, normally someone... normally Matt would normally talk about it as well, but no, I didn't see anything.
So I really wanted both of these, silver and gold, and I was pretty determined to get that swerve card. I'm not going to lie.
I don't blame you. It's really nice.
It's really nice. So I did 10 packs. I got, in the first 10, I got 2 silvers.
Hang on a minute.
Oh,
wait.
sorry.
You said first 10.
Yes.
Can we just quote that? Okay, fine. That's all right.
That's 10, yes. 2 silvers, 2 silver ospreys, 7 Jack Perrys.
Jeez.
7. So I was like, okay.
Even
so
Jack Perry doesn't want that many. Jesus.
I'm surprised. It's a shit card as well. So I did another 5 and was like, right, I'm going to do it this time. And so my first card of the 10 was the silver, one of the silvers. And then my last card of the 15 was the gold. So happy days.
Nice.
So I got the silver and the gold, but I didn't complete the 4 card base set.
No way.
I got 7 Jack Perrys, and then I didn't get any Okaidas. So then I put out loads of trades and ended up with about 5 or 6 because everyone accepted the trades. So that's just me being impatient.
That's crazy, the balancing on that, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
there must be base cards harder than others.
Well,
that just proves that point, doesn't it?
I saw a post actually saying that Jack Perry was short printed in this set, and I said, "Hold up a second, buddy." I said, "Not for this guy. I got 7 of the motherfuckers." So sorry about that. And then a few other people piped up and said, "Yo, I got 7 of like Willow or whatever." So just
So bizarre.
yeah.
That's what has always kind of put me off of it, to be honest, because it's like so many times I've gone and like just it's like 4 of the same thing in 5 packs, and it's like, oh, just give up, man.
Fuck you,
thanks for that. Sorry, Jim.
I say I totally forgot. No one mentioned any TP, so I totally forgot. And until Chris messaged me on the show notes, don't forget match dated moments. I thought, shit. So I then bought 2 packs and got a Tony Storm and a Jack Perry.
Oh my god, I'm not surprised.
But it's interesting. I actually, because I haven't been on EPAC for a little while, I pushed through all my stuff to transfer to ComC. And my duplicates, I always like put them up for sale. And it was interesting that the one for Julia Hart from World's End had a massive premium on it as a base card. The Golden Jets was like $2 or $3 on ComC, and then like the other base was like next to nothing. So it's really interesting, like what people were going for. Obviously, Julia Hart, we don't know why, but the Golden Jets was a bit of a strange one, to be that much more expensive,
Nothing like a perv collector.
So there you go. So if you've got plenty of them, lots of money there. Right, let's go to some WWE news now. So I think we can talk about this in a bit more detail maybe on the next episode, but we'll talk about it now here as well. Chronicles blasters were landing early, well ahead of the hobby, and we had no checklist, I don't think, at this point either, but obviously Whatnot, there were people breaking it quite soon. And we're all quite surprised by the return of Action Pact making it into them Chronicles. So, guys, what's your initial thoughts on Chronicles? What have you seen and what do you like of it?
I mean, I haven't been anywhere near it.
Your nose has got very big there, Lloydy.
It's literally all you've spoken about for the last
I've actually been in eight case breaks of it. But I've only been in 5 because the 3 of them at the start, I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't have the spots that had Action Pact in it. So I wasn't really paying attention. And then, but the 5, I have been having those Action Pact spots here, there, and everywhere. I think they're great. I think it's, I just think the photography is like the way that they've obviously put it onto the card, the photography, it's really second to none, really, that we've seen in Panini, in wrestling cards for a long period of time, to be honest. I think it's amazing. Like, you look at the Rhea Ripley card, it's just absolutely fantastic. Some of them I can take or leave, but ultimately I think the majority of them are really nice. I think the ones where there actually are wrestling, I think, are the better ones, because that's what it's action packed. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be action. Yeah. Just having like the Undertaker being all smoky, that for me is not action. I'd rather see him doing a tombstone or something like that. You know what I mean? But they're some lovely cards. They really are. And they're just topped off by the 24 karat golds. They're basically case hits. So you get anywhere between, I didn't see that many come out like yesterday. So anywhere between 6 and 10 in a case, and that can include the 24 karat as well. So they're quite sure printed within the cases. One every couple of boxes, I would say. But you could go through, you could buy 4 boxes of it and not get one of them. You could get 4 boxes and get 4 of them. So, you know what I mean? It's the luck of the draw.
Is it the checklist out yet?
No checklist. So the hobby's out at the end of the month. We've got no checklist.
That always
crazy.
Worries me a little bit in terms of like people buying the cards before the hobby's out, because you don't know that in the hobbies, you know, like with Optic last year, in a hobby, I think you got sort of 2 or 3, and then in Blasters, I don't even think they really.
The thing is,
so there will be.
I mean, I think they're going to be quite bountiful in hobby, but the fact of the matter is, as well as the cases I've seen that have been selling the spots, they haven't been very expensive to buy the actual spot. So, like, for example, right, I bought Kurt Angle knowing that he has got action packed in 3 cases for $5.
That's really good, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I got two Kurt Angle action packs. I didn't get the gold, but I got 2 base. But that's worth $5 out of anyone's money, in my view, to be honest. So
definitely, yeah.
You know, there's stuff like that. And at the minute, they're going for obviously they ain't going for a huge amount of money on Yankee Bay, but they're doing all right.
The gold ones are
the gold ones are doing quite well.
Some of them, yeah.
I'll do. I would say as well, like you said, a lot of because there's no checklist, especially in that first weekend. A lot of the breakers were kind of only running spots on things that had guaranteed hits on in other cases they'd done, and there was still a bit of hit and miss. And they were saying, "No, I'm not going to sell you this spot because I don't know if they're in this."
I think they know now. It's like I
think they know now. Obviously, definitely. But when the first weekend, it was very much a case of, we're not really sure how to work this really here, you know. But I think the amount of it has been ripped now. I think everyone's got a good grasp of what's there, really.
That's great. I like. To be honest, I've kind of liked it because of the intrigue and the
the mystery.
Exactly.
To it.
What's going to be there?
I think it's like like a card comes up that you haven't even seen. You know what I mean? You're like, whoa, what is that? And everyone's like,
or knew it was going to be.
That's really cool.
Have you seen any different sets other than Action Packed? Obviously, have you noticed any others
Honors
from Panini?
I really liked Honors.
Honors are nice cards in hand as well. I've been holding some NBA ones today.
I was quite
nice.
I think there's like King of the Ring, King of something, King of I don't know, but that's no. So Phoenix. So there's a lot of ones that they still had. So they had Phoenix, they had Spectrum, they had Optic, which is just insane. They have got National Treasures, but I didn't see any get pulled in any of the blasters that I've been into, to be honest.
Okay. So that's more likely to be hobby, we think.
I think so,
Yeah.
There's a lot of like cards.
Flux?
No Flux.
Oh.
No Flux, which I was a bit surprised about. Let's just do a review when it's all out and we've got the checklist. I'll tell you the one thing that I really did love though is that and this is like I'm not going to cover this in my purchases, but I did have a Bron Breaker spot in 3 cases, and I did get the Optic. So one of the parallels that you do get in the Chronicles Blasters is Silver Wave, and the Silver Wave Bron Breaker Optic is probably. I did say this as maybe a throwaway comment on our group, but I still think, even though it's a base card that's got a bit of silver on it, it's one of my favourite Bron Breaker cards that they've done. And I've got a lot of high-end Bron Breaker cards, but I don't know, I just love that card. I think it's the badass Optic card, we should call it, right? But it's really cool. It is badass. It was really cool. So, but yeah, those Silver Waves, I think in a lot of it that came out were really cool. Illusions was in there again. A lot of people going a bit crazy for the Bray Wyatt / Fiend cards because they were really nice. Like they did him justice throughout the set, really. Yeah. And a lot of people going a bit mad for them. And the parallels as well, the Bret Hart pink parallels out of 199. Jesus.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's a really nice stuff.
And as well, I did get this, I showed you guys this yesterday, and again, I won't mention it in my purchases. They used the, because they got certified as well. And the, that picture that was on, I want to say Immaculate, Stone Cold, with him crushing the beers together.
The beers?
They've used that as the certified picture as well, which as an obtainable card now, we can get it.
That you like.
Yeah, I got the pink parallel of it, of 199 yesterday, and it's so good.
Nice.
Man. It's just, it's beautiful looking card, that is. So good on them. I think it's a hit already, to be honest. I can't wait till the hobby comes out. So
as soon as I saw that action pack,
I've been well impressed.
Yeah,
I think this is what they should do. Bring out the blasters first, give everyone a bit of a taste, then go into hobby. I think they've got it the wrong way around,
because that when the hobby comes out now, that is going to sell because everyone's
massive
after it.
Yeah, everyone's like,
it's great advertising.
If you've got a product which is really good and people really rate the blasters that come out, it's just going to do the hobby 10 times better when it does come out. So surely this could be the model for the future, right? They're fuck up.
Like I say, there's no.
Sorry.
Yeah, and obviously having no checklist or anything like that, like it just keeps adding to that intrigue. Like I say, you just don't know what you're going to be getting at the minute, and it's really cool, really nice. Fine, okay. Well, when we have more info, we'll do a full breakdown here. But yeah, if you want to have a little look at what Chronicles, I say Card Tricks will be doing them soon. There's loads of other breakers doing it on over the pond. So yeah, have a look and see what you think. Just a quick feedback on Panini Instance. So we still have nothing for WrestleMania. So I don't know what the situation is. We're pretty much a month gone from Mania. They still have stuff on there from Elimination Chamber and I think another one for SummerSlam, number 5. So, I mean, if you were holding out on them, there is still nothing there. It's crap, isn't it? Like,
that's really bad, yeah.
So we'll wait and see what happens with that. And then finally, Panini NFTs. The last stuff we had was Elite Don Russ. There's nothing at all on there. That's kind of, they seem to have done their contractual obligation with that, and there's nothing
else. It'd be interesting what happens with Chronicles. If they skip doing NFT for Chronicles, NFTs are dead, man. They ain't going to do it again. So
yeah. I mean, there's nothing at all. There's no press releases on that at the moment either. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for card news. Is there anything else you want to bundle into card news? If not, we'll go through to each of our features.
I think one thing that we can add, I'm just trying to find it. So Gary from the ATP did put out. So BBM 2024 now has a checklist.
Yeah.
So
very soon.
For the likes of Tommy out there, so the Shida, 3 autos and 10 checkies. Ooh. So, go and have, if you love your Japanese female wrestlers, now's the time to have a look.
He's got a case on the way, so
yeah. You really?
Yes.
I love Tommy, Mission. I'd love to know how they still manage to get like people like Sheeda and stuff. Now she's like signed to. Is she allowed to still do that, or how does it work? Has she got a special agreement with AEW? She can do BBM cards. So strange.
I don't think he's going to answer you, mate. Tommy.
No. I mean not now. I mean just in general. Just
Ian, I can see.
He'll be listening to this, won't he? I'm just interested. Like, let me know. Message me. I'm just really interested in that sort
That's
of shit.
amazing.
Imagine if he just popped up in the chat now.
Oh, the voice.
Oh my god!
In the studio.
Voice. Yeah, but I think that's the only other bit. I saw them talking about that on ATP today, so I thought I'd give the Shids a shout out.
Nice,
cool.
All right then, let's move over to our regularly scheduled features. We'll move over to my corner first, and we'll get that side of things out of the way. Then we'll work through to the Nook and the President's
Jamie's
Hole.
corner. Jamie's corner.
Jamie's corner. So on the last episode, I had not a lot going on. I thought I need to try and have some more features in Jamie's corner. So that night, I put my sort of thoughts together. Chris at Card Tricks had mentioned to us that he would love to have some kind of quiz. And he thought, actually, this could be doable. So I put together a quiz based around Popmaster, and that is now live. So if you're in the Facebook group, you would have already seen this post come up. But if you're not on the Facebook group and you want to get involved, we are running this quiz. So basically, it's going to run like Popmaster. If you're not familiar how Popmaster works, go on YouTube and type it in. But basically, there's a load of general knowledge wrestling questions, all WE based.
There's so many Americans who don't know who Ken Bruce is.
Go and listen to Radio 2.
Go and listen to it. I mean, credit to Graham. He actually messaged me and said I'll be a contestant. He actually went through and listened to some Popmasters as well to get some background info.
That's
so
cool,
good on it. But yeah, so basically, if you want to get involved with this, there'll be 39 points up for grabs, including some bonus points for your special subject, depending on what your favourite era is. The prizes you could have, basically, you can have your pick of our $50 ComC credit. Another prize is $50 Steel City, or £40 for any other gift card that you want if you don't want cards. So there'll be one winner who has the maximum points at the end of the tournament. We've already had 4 people basically have their quiz recorded, and they'll be going out over the next few days. And we've still got some gaps available. So the next few weeks, up until we do episode 50, I'll be doing sort of some quizzes and bits and pieces. So if you want to get involved with that, please do, because some good prizes up for grabs, and see if you can do your wrestling knowledge. Chris, I know you're up for doing this. I need to do a quiz with you at some point.
Yes.
Lloydy, are you tempted, or are you still
No
not
fucking way. The thing is, I know what you are going to do to me on there. The problem I have is that between 93 and 2000, I was doing other stuff in my life, which involves other stuff, mostly alcohol. Yeah, like wrestling. I had no time for men in tights hugging each other profusely. I was doing other stuff. So if you're going to ask me questions around those 7 years, I'm not going to know. So I'll give it a guess, but I probably wouldn't know that much, to be honest. But ultimately, I think there's a lot of people who would be a lot better than me on that quiz. So,
and Jamie, I will do it, but I won't. If I win, which I won't win, but if I win, I won't take the prize. The prize can go to the next person down, because it's not very cool, is it? If I then take the prize,
fine. Okay, that's cool. That's
I'm not.
If you win the prize, give it to me. There you go.
You can go fuck.
What does that mean?
You can get fucked.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, so I'll give we've had some contestants already. So Adam Anwar has already been a contestant. Brian Lyons has been on. Graham Reed's been on, and we also have Matt Dawkins as well been on so far. So we've got 4 already recorded. Got some more in the diary to do over this weekend, so they'll be airing next week. I don't obviously want to be doing hundreds of them, but I've got gap for a few more. So,
I think this is a thing that just keeps on going, Jamie. I don't think you should ever end it.
I don't mind doing it as long. It's just trying to come up with sort of 12 questions all the time. It's quite hard to come up with trivia.
Your questions have been really good. Yeah, really good.
And this is also part of like me doing my media server stuff, because as I've been going through my DVDs, I've been like, oh, that's a good question. That'd be a good question.
Welcome to my world, right in the running, mate. Like thinking of hundreds of questions to work out, man. It's hard work. Man. Good fun though.
But yeah, the good prize is, if you want to get involved, please do, and it's all a bit of fun. And then we'll put your quiz up actually in the SCR features, like backing music and all sorts of be just like being on the real Podmaster. So up next, just to mention, so we done this last year, done an SER session with a guy who worked for Tops in Milton Keynes. And I've got another one in the can. So I sat down and done an interview with Daniel, who looks after the W Home video feed on Facebook. That used to be where Fremantle and Silvervision used to put all their sort of latest releases and stuff up, but he's now made it into a tribute page. So he puts up there about releases that never were and some sort of original artwork and sort of some toys and stuff. But he also runs the website Wrestling DVD Network, which is like basically the home of like home video stuff, really. So I spent sort of 45 minutes chatting with him about some of his favourite releases, what the future of home video may be, about All In being on Blu-ray and stuff like that. So a bit of a background stuff then, him sharing kind of his favourite releases. So that'll be up on our feed probably early next week. I think that'll be up. So yeah, if you fancy a little bit of something different on the feed, that'll be up there now. So
Cool.
And that's pretty much it for the corner for me. Boys, anything you want to add onto that? If not, we'll move us to the Nook.
No.
Negative.
Negative. Right. We're all looking forward to the Nook result, Chris. Over to you.
Well, me and you shouldn't be. The results are in. We all won on a different platform, which I thought was kind of cool.
That's cool.
Kind of cool. Where we different audiences relate to us. So not that close, but at least we got some votes, Jamie. And what was Jamie? Why'd you keep voting for yourself?
That was hilarious.
I just wanted to see if it was working, mate. I just wanted to see if it was working.
That was so funny.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly what I was doing.
My comment on our group chat was, "Is Jamie cheating?"
Shock horror.
See my little cheese head crop up on the
So
pole.
funny. I was like,
Because Jamie, this isn't your first time doing this either, is it?
No. I'm always fucking things up.
You did it in the last voting. You did it on Instagram. So I deleted that, by the way. I got rid of it.
Fine.
I tell you the good thing. Card Tricks, because we put a poll on Insta, Facebook, and we put it on Card Tricks on our WhatsApp gap. Please go and join people if you haven't already joined it. And they basically all voted for my card. So that gave me the win.
So that gave you the win. So on the WhatsApp group, Dave got 7. Jamie, we got a big fat 0 each. On Facebook, Jamie, you won. You got 3. Dave got 2. I got 1. And then on Instagram, I won with 6. Jamie, you got 2. Dave got 3. So the total, Dave was on 12. I was on 7 and Jamie 5. So Dave, you won.
That
again.
could have been worse.
Could have been worse. At least
Well
we
done,
got some
everybody.
votes.
To be honest, it's relatively close. I mean, it's not a
one of our
landslide.
closer
We've had a
ones.
lot of landslides, haven't we? So it's last couple of weeks it's been relatively close. So it's good.
Yeah. So Dave, you are currently on 4 wins.
4, 3, 2.
You're winning.
Bloody hell.
4, 3, 1.
No, 2.
I don't know why
Jamie's
I've got 1. Is
Jamie's
it
got
2?
2. Jamie's got
Okay,
2.
I'm going to change that because I always look back at the last notes and I think I was
Yeah. So
1 week.
yeah. So
it's spiraled since.
So it was originally Jamie 2, you 1, me 0, and now it's the other way round.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like to be honest, I'm more happy that card won, right? So like, it's great to have a Japanese card win. I think come on, you know what I mean? That's really cool. And Bong Nakano,
I did.
that nobody probably remembers outside of a few people. I think that's pretty cool. So
I did have a thought the other day, though, because obviously you said you hadn't got a winner in your PC, and I did wonder, actually. I think I was better picking the really weird topics, like funny faces.
What's your favourite food?
I don't know what other ones we've done. Favourite foods and stuff. Like, I seem to do better at the weird and wonderful stuff. Anything that's a bit more sensible.
With
I just seem to
Alsto.
be... Alsto, yeah.
And pepper.
But do you know what I mean, though? I seem to be... I don't know. I just can't find a winner with, like, normal topics.
You can't find a winner. I haven't got a fucking winner in my PC. Still haven't got a winner in my PC.
Jamie, let's send him all the
You know what I mean? I've got
cards.
no winning cards.
Yeah, do you want
I just want one of you to win. Like, I know it's whatever, but I'd rather me win then have a winning card. So I'm happy with that.
Okay,
So,
there you go. So as you won, Mr. Lloyd, you get to pick the next topic. Have you anything in mind, or you need time?
no, I think I've got one.
Okay.
So we've done a lot of cards that like have been historical cards recently. I'm looking now at the future. So I think the topic will be the future. And so a card who you believe will be potentially the next big thing. I think realistically speaking, let's leave Tiffany out of this because her price.
I'm not buying a Tiffany card for either of you guys.
But her prices are extremely expensive as well.
It's too high.
And yeah, don't go mad. But
£10.
$10 or $10.
well, I always try to get around 5, to be honest, if I can.
Yeah, 5 is perfect. Yeah, but 10 is a max.
Jamie,
Cool.
that's you.
No, that's fine. my Missy card was $6,
There you
so
go.
I'm happy with that. So
That's amazing. From
Oh, and I
Cordova
got
as
that.
well.
That's sweet. That went straight in my auto collection, by the way, Jamie. So thank
it really?
you for that.
it's quite good condition though. It's
It
considered
was
as
nice,
well,
yeah.
you know.
It's nice. I got it yesterday.
Oh man. So yeah, is that like any other rules that we want to put in play for that? Are you happy with it?
Happy.
Cool. And it could be anywhere. I wouldn't say like
me.
Future next big thing.
yeah. I mean, it's a difficult one because like swerve is now the thing, right? So you can't. You know what I mean? Like people who are
I would say he's already become
the next big
hasn't
thing.
he? So
You know what I mean? Like
DQ that one.
yeah. So it would be prospects shows promise, but you reckon that they will be huge, basically.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
That'll be interesting to see what the public think is going to be the next big thing as well. That'll be interesting.
I think that's more of what I'm. That's more of what I'm looking for, really. Of who do they think that is going to be?
Yeah, Dave's trying to get the inside.
Yeah, get the inside info.
Future prospect.
Where's my PC going
my
next?
PC.
Where's the general consensus? Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Cool. So that's probably
I've got-
it from my Nook now, I think.
I've already got my card in my head.
Kinky.
Yeah, it's all done. That'll be the post tomorrow.
What from
I'll
America?
leave it when I
Okay,
see
let's
it.
move
From
over.
outer Mongolia. It's in the post.
I got the last one yesterday.
It'll be there. It'll be there before the weekend. I
It's in
promise.
the post.
Right. Okay. So should we go to the
Yes,
president's house?
please.
Let's do it.
So, can I have Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol,
Oh, yeah.
please, Jamie? Cue my music.
Can.
There you go.
Yeah, no problem.
So I did a Liberator of the Week. I have to apologise for the guys on Card Tricks WhatsApp group. I had every intention to do it on there as well, but I just kind of run out of time. So I did it on the Facebook group. And we had quite a few submissions. The topic was Slam. Slam! So it could be anything related to Slam. So there was some good ones. There were some not good ones. There were some filthy ones as well. I'm looking at you, Gordo. But ultimately, good bunch. So the top 3 I had in mind. One was just for comical reasons. So Scott Morse put a Braun Strowman 2020 Tops fully loaded card, and I'm looking at it going, what the fuck is he talking about? Where's the slam? And then I looked at the blurb and he said he won the match at the event with a running power slam. And that did tickle me pink. So he did come third for that. So well done, mate. That was comical genius. Gordo came second with Body Slam Emotion. So it was a lenticular card, Jamie. Oh, have you got this card? Oh. It was a Triple H Trips Nips doing a, I'm going to say a fall away slam. It does just look like a suplex. Let's call it a fall away slam on The Rock. I don't know much about this card, Jamie. Is this in your view?
They're from the art
box.
Yes, from the art box.
Yeah.
Art box 98.
Very cool though.
Got the whole lot, mate. Got the chases and the promos.
Fucking love it.
I've got the base set.
And the tattoos.
I love it. But we did have a winner, and that winner I'm looking at right now. Well done, boy. So Chris
Thank you.
has won his third. That's now because... Oh,
we just lost Dave.
hello. I'm okay. I'm back now. I'm sorry.
Oh, there it is.
Keep it in. Fuck it.
Shall I crack on my microphone as
Yeah,
well? We'll
man.
get the whole trio in. Might as well.
So yeah, I mean, I'm surprised nobody's called bullshit because you've won like 3 out of the last 5. Jamie won the last one as well. So it's the CSR boys, SCR boys. God, this is great today. I tell you, doing really well on this so far. But it is what it is, guys. Like if you put in the best card, you're gonna get top marks. You know, you're gonna get the award. And I do think so. Run us through this, Chris, because this is such a strange thing that you put forward, but I loved it. So go on.
So my head straight away didn't go to like body slams or fall away slams or anything. It went slammies. So I was looking for cool slammy cards. I found like a Slam Attacks one that was just off the award, but it was a bit shit. And then, just this one popped up, and then I found out a little bit of sort of background info on it. The guy who created it, because it's a custom Owen Hart card. The guy who created it, he had like a Facebook group or something that merged into what is now is called WCW, or a group on Facebook. Okay. I don't know what the WCW stands for, but anyway, it was a custom card. And
Cool.
2, is it to 2?
I don't know.
Is it to 2? I can't remember. It was low.
I think
numbered, at least,
the product company they're called Nerdy Buffalo Custom Trading Cards.
Yes. I think that's what the original Facebook group was called.
So it's Series 2, Card 2. So it's just part of their base.
Is this the same guy that done those like Future Stars set as well, like with the Logan Paul?
No,
it looks like the same sort of artwork. It's the same guy,
different
or is it
guy.
not?
No, that's
different guy.
Kevin Cust. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
But really strange.
That's really cool.
Very weird. To be honest, I think his facial features and stuff like that are really weird. But he's done great on that. That belt is amazing. The Intercontinental
really
belt that
nice,
he's got around him is brilliant. So honestly, that took me off guard. Very well done. You are the liberator of the week. The leaderboard now is Brian Lyons and Chris McCarthy, both on 3 wins. Gordo's now on 2 wins, and I think we've got 5 cards left, guys. 5 cards. I think we have 5 cards.
Oh, do you need to order some more?
No, that's it. We're done.
Do you need to order some more, do you reckon? Or are you going to finish?
Well,
it's limited run.
That and I keep accumulating these cards now, not knowing what I'm going to do with them. And there's just random cards. There's definitely some I'll keep, like the blue mem. That's all I think will always be in my heart.
I reckon you need to get a new break mat done from the guy who done Chris's with all your President's whole winning cards on it as the break mat.
I think that would be really strange. That would be really weird. I still need to get a load of them as well, because I've got I still got a load of them in ComC as well.
Yeah,
I've got so much stuff for ComC. I keep saying it every time. Like I've got so much shit at ComC. But So well done.
Well, if you do the quiz, Lloydie, you might get $50 credit. You know, no?
He can't keep it though. He has to give it to someone.
I'll give it to Chris.
No, thanks.
to me, yeah. Thanks.
Get a quiz, yeah.
There's a deal for you.
So, other than that, not much more to talk about in my whole. Maybe we still haven't recorded the run-in. I'm not sure what's happening with that at the minute. We keep on having missed opportunities for one reason or another. Johnny's.
Yeah, I apologise. That was my fault.
Oh no, I think there's been numerous reasons. You can't just point fingers at people.
James was cooking a roast.
James was cooking fucking roasts again, stuff like that. But I mean, like, the fact of the matter is now Johnny's might go missing for a bit of time now as well. So if we push forward, we'll probably have to push forward without Johnny for a bit as well. So it's just difficult. We'll get it sorted out, obviously, but it's just, it's not ideal where we are currently, but we'll just have to work it out.
Cool. Okay, are we going to close the hole for this time?
Yeah, fill it in, mate. Whoa.
Boom. Well, we'll keep you here while you're here then, Lloydie. We'll move over to purchases of the week, Raz's, breaks, misses, anything like that. And Lloydie, you'll open this up.
I could be a while. Okay. So I've done a lot on breaks. So I'll go through that. I'm going to be like, I will mention everyone because ultimately there's reasons behind the breaks I've been doing and stuff like that. So card tricks, let's start with card tricks. Obviously card tricks, home. I call it home. So I love their Elite Blaster case breaks that they do. I love them. I think they're great. I went on 2 since we've last spoke, and I've pulled 2 Elite Impressions out of 10, which is an incredible feat, really. Doesn't happen very often. The only thing is they were boa and scripts, because I had on the breaks, I had the same spot twice on both breaks, and one of the same spot had boa in it and scripts. So one night I got the boa and one night I got the scripts. Amazing. Cannot believe it. I mean, talking about the luck of card tricks pulling amazing cards, we have to talk about what they did the other night, which is just insane, I think. So they pulled. I wasn't involved in these. I took a couple of nights off because I was doing other breaks, and I'll get to them in a second. But they pulled 2 101s from different products over 2 nights for the same person.
Who
and Chris is very angry.
Violently
shaking. Were you part of this, Chris? Were you in it?
So I was in both for these breaks.
Wow.
Yes. Oh no, I don't think I was in the RVD one. No,
okay.
I wasn't. But I was bidding on that Hangman spot.
Oh my god!
So I was the one who I bid him up a little bit. I like Hangman. I got a jambalaya.
Yeah, you did.
Hangman.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same point. It's heartbreaking to lose out on a spot that then hits a 1-on-1. At the same point, the geezer, I'm pretty sure this was the 3rd box of the night, and he'd taken Hangman in the previous 2 boxes. So for me then to have outbid him and got the 1-on-1, that guy would have hated me. So
I think it would have been all right getting the 1-on-1 the next night after. You know what I mean? Like
it would have been a nice little. He would have been okay then, but fuck yeah, it's still shit. But is what it is. Way she goes,
mate. You've got more empathy for other people than other people have for you in the hobby. So
100%, yes, 100,000%.
But no, honestly, that's amazing. Okay. Like, I've never seen that happen.
Yes.
Like, I've never seen one person get 2 1 nights back to back on. I mean, how many boxes were being broke? Is it 1 or 2?
So on the AEW side, it was 3 boxes. Okay. And then on the WWE side, I think that was only, I'm not sure, but I think it was 2 boxes.
That's amazing though, isn't it?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy.
Yeah, really
the odds
crazy.
on that happening.
Chris has got the hot hands.
Yeah, he has. He really does.
He's got the horseshoe.
I also got a Scott Steiner out of 49 which is a lovely card from Elite. And I also got a Ray Orange R, 49 out of 49 bookend. So I just need the E and the Y in the orange now. Might do it. I don't know. We'll see. So moving on, there's other stuff. So I did do something with Break and Mayfield. So I had like a no skunk wheel spins. I pulled away a stainless star Batista 49. That's like the base one. I think that's like the topper. Canvas Creations Ridge Holland out of 75 auto. Stainless Stars auto Bron Breaker out of 99.
Nice.
Just got that today, actually. Lovely. And a championship debut signature Wendy Richter out of 84, which I do have. I'll put it up to the screen. You'll be able to see it, boys. Where is she? There. Ooh, there she is.
Talking about Wendy Richter.
There you go.
I was looking online at Carlos Cabrera. Yeah. She was married to Carlos Cabrera during the early 80s and through the 90s. Go. So there you are, linking up them two. That's a bit of the old Spanish house table, mate.
Jesus. I also did...
You need to get that as a question on Popmaster, Ringmaster.
I also did some card shop as well because they had... they always sell like multiple cases in one night basically, and they do like bundles. So one night / morning, the reason I look in the morning and they're still breaking and it's like they still got stuff going. So Nasty Boys Jewel out of 25 redemption. This is going to be good because I haven't submitted a redemption for a long period of time. So this will be one we'll keep an eye on this. So when I've redeemed it, we'll do updates on the pod, and it will just show you how good or bad their redemption process is right now. Obviously, I will not go for a replacement. We'll just keep on it and just keep giving you updates of how it does. I thought that'd be quite cool for the pod. You know what I mean? Like we haven't done that before. So I also was in like they're doing impeccable cases and chronicle cases like dual on them. I did get a deload out of 25 Illusions Inc., which is really cool. I got an Honors Farouk out of 99 as well in the pink. That looks amazing. I did another 3 Chronicle Blaster cases with them. Just no impeccable, but just 3 blaster cases with them, and they threw in a box of impeccable. I took Seth because I wanted the action pack for Seth. So I love that action pack of him. Mm-hmm. And
really cool.
I actually, ironically, I hit a Seth Mem auto out of 49 from the 3 box of impeccable that they threw in. How crazy is that, right? Really cool. Didn't see that one coming. I also got the action packed Seths. I got 2 of them, only the base, and I got 2 Kurt Angle action packs as well. Really weirdly, so I got that Kurt Angle spot. I said I got it for $5. I got that Angle spot for $5 after they announced they were going to put that impeccable box in as well.
Jesus.
Like, what the fuck are people doing?
And he's got some cool cards in impeccable.
You know what I mean? Like, they pulled it like at a 6 day. So, like, it's the chances are very slim. Like, he does have out 75. It's chances of hitting anyone in impeccable are very slim, right? Because there's a lot of product out there. It's the nature of the box.
Yeah.
But $5 for a Kurt Angle spot? Jeez. Yeah. And I also did FC breaks over the last couple of nights because they had action-packed Chronicles Blaster cases. I ended up with an action-packed of Batista base, one of Sammy base, and the kicker, the 24 karat gold Sammy action packs got pulled last night, which is amazing, right? Like, it's probably the only one in the country right now. Like, it's crazy to think that, right? The Finn got pulled the night before, and then my Sammy got pulled yesterday. So I'm made up, to be honest. So
Nice work.
Yeah.
To think that may be like the only 24 karat gold Sammy in the country, fucking awesome, man. Like, yeah,
Ride it, yeah. Rock
I do like I know that Chris had problems like getting Chronicles because they just are not any order forms. I'm sure he will get some in really soon, and we're going to crack on. I'm sure he's going to get the hobby in on release day as well, and we'll crack on with that. Can't wait. Like, all good things are coming. Can't wait.
I've got a feeling this might be our next time that all the ATP are on a whatnot break together, I reckon.
I reckon you might be right.
Two other things to mention, though. I did miss out on what you could class as a grail. It's a card that I've wanted for a while. So I do need to get Bron Breaker 101. I've always wanted his VIP Transcendent card. That, for me, is his true rookie, because it is. It's his first fucking card. I don't care if it was pulled or whatnot. That's his first card. It's like Solo's first card, JC Jane's first card, I think Gigi's first card as well, isn't it? Maybe not.
I think Gigi might have had it.
She had Superstars. Superstars was her fucking card.
Yeah, Superstars.
But definitely JC Jane.
Yeah.
Anyway, that came up on ComC auction, actually. I put in a bid of $206. It went for $208.50. Look, I'm karma, right? Like, I didn't get it. A day later, I made a deal to get a Dolph Ziggler White Sparkle one of one from Prism 23. Like, you know what I mean? Like, swings and roundabouts. Yeah. You win some, you lose some. That's the nature of the hobby. Taylor Swift, shake it off, go to the next one. But yeah, this did actually get mentioned on CFP. Danny, I didn't know this. Like, for the record, so Danny from CFP is obviously a big Dolph Ziggler collector. So am I. I think, to be honest, both of us would probably be in the top 10 Dolph Ziggler collectors in the world with our cards that we currently have, right? So,
I think that's fair to say, yeah.
So I didn't. So the guy, shout out to Poss as well. He's the guy that did the trade with me. He's breaks and takes, I think, on Whatnot. I've never done his breaks before across the pond, but sure, that'd be great. So I didn't know that Danny had he had it on eBay apparently, and Danny had made an offer, and then he put it onto a trade site, and I didn't know he had it on eBay. Tommy from the ATP let me know about the card on the trade site. I traded with Ty. It got done that way, so Danny missed out on it. I think ultimately Danny and I, we're friends, but we're not like, we don't talk to each other really. You know what I mean? Like, we don't, like, I talk to Johnny occasionally these days. He's very busy. But Danny and I don't really have an open dialogue. So, and I think the door's always open. You know, if he wants to have an open dialogue and say, like, if he sees a card that he wants to get that's a Dolph Ziggler card and says, I'm going after this one, mate. Mate, I'm not going to say, oh, no, I'm going to outbid you on it, or I want it over you. Of course, like, I'll get the next one, mate. I don't care. If I would have known that he had a bid on it and he was going for it, I wouldn't have gone anywhere near it. So I think ultimately, door's always open there, Danny. I'll do the same with you if you want. Like, it's up to you. My Dolph IVR 1 for Chrome is still up for sale if you want it. He's never made an offer for it. He's always said that he wants it. Hey, like, it's fine. If you want to strike up a deal for that, it's cool, man. But just have to work with each other. That's all. Communication's key.
I think that's, especially if there's a small pool of people who collect certain people, like, just open up dialogue. Everyone's going to be happy to chat about their own PCs, even if it's just about, if you got this, you got that. It's always quite a good thing to open.
I don't want to be seen like to be fucking anyone over in the hobby. It's not me. I'm not like that. I'd much rather you have it than me if you really wanted it. You know what I mean? these things are going to happen, but ultimately, it's cool, man. You know.
Nice.
That's it for me. I know it was a long one.
I'll
I do
do my-
apologise, but a lot going on.
Fine, that's right.
I do find it, before we move on, I do find it funny as well with CFP. Obviously, I listened to CFP today, talked a lot about them. When they do their cards of what they've bought and what they haven't bought, they never buy any fucking thing. I just bought half the world. What the fuck, man? Like, do they actually collect cards? I joke, I'm busting their balls, but seriously.
I think it was
That's like
was
2
it
weeks,
last
man.
I think it was last week. I noticed they all said
Nothing.
and I was like, oh.
It's like, what?
Oh,
I don't want to bust their balls on it, but seriously, do you collect cards, guys? Or I don't know. Like this, I think this was a heavy week for me, but like in retrospect, scary.
I mean, there is. This is it might some weeks you spend a lot, sometimes you don't, and sometimes it's a bit dry, you know. But you've done well this week, though. You got a few
Bit too
few
much.
big things
I think
there,
I'm going to be live for the next couple of shows. I think with buys, but yeah.
That's fair enough.
Become one of those
Or
CFP boys.
talk about things that you want, mate.
I said he'll become one of those CFP boys.
Yeah.
No cards.
will, yeah.
Nothing to report this week, guys.
Nothing to report. Sorry. I don't believe that for a second.
I don't either, to be fair. I'll go through mine quite quickly. I haven't sort of got that much, really. I can't remember if I mentioned it last time, but I was on an impeccable break with card tricks and pulled the Steve Blackman redemption.
Cool.
I don't know if I
we were
mentioned
on
it.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned it last time around. I couldn't remember if it was before or after, but yeah, got the redemption of that. So I'll put that in. So I'll keep a track on that. They say 120
Well, there
days.
you go.
But we'll
You've
see.
got your,
So add it
you've got
to
your,
the
you've
tracker.
got your Blackman. I've
Oh,
got
yeah,
my.
guys.
This is a.
Nice.
Have a. Dave, put yours in soon, and then have a little race.
I haven't got mine yet, so it hasn't.
Oh, you haven't had it. Through
Yeah,
yet.
They haven't posted it to me,
Okay.
and I'm not one of those guys that like just give me the number because. Yeah, and they've got a lot. They've got a lot to do packing wise. So I just thought let them crack on.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll get it at some point.
Yeah,
but
fair.
yeah, I mean, we can keep an eye on the days anyway because it's like it's like a time trial, isn't it? Basically, you know when you've submitted it, right?
So mine's dated for the end of August currently, and they said when it gets to that date, do you want to wait or do you want Panini points? And I said no, I want to wait. So,
Yeah, wait.
let's see what happens. I think we'll be like 100 days left so far, but yeah, I had that. So that was something I've got the other week. Been pick up a few bits and pieces. I picked up a Finn Balor action packed that was up on eBay. Again, I've got no idea on what the prices are going to be like now, but this one was like $10, and I thought actually I'll just pick this one up. It was quite a cool one. It's Demon Finn Balor if you've not seen it. Like the purpley background, so I grabbed that.
Really cool.
I prefer the
also
base
picked
to the
up
gold
one-
actually of that because the purple goes with him better.
Just because it
So
just pops, doesn't it? Yeah.
choice.
Definitely. I also picked up. I haven't mentioned this to you guys. I picked up a bit of a Grail piece for myself this week as well. Not like a big spend one, but there was a long time ago. So when The Rock and Mankind had their books out, there's a bookshop called Walden Books in the US, and they had like a promo card for Mankind and The Rock. And you only got it if you got the book from them. They gave you the card for nothing, basically. We were looking at it. But yeah, so I've basically been looking out for this for donkey's years, and one has been on eBay for The Rock for like years, and it's been like over $1,000. Well, one cropped up on eBay or Yankee Bay last week, and it was up for $60 or best offer. So I put in a cheeky offer for it, and it got accepted.
Nice.
And it's a bit of a Grail piece of me. The Mankind one you can get all the time, but the Rock one has been like rock and roll shit. So I picked that up last week. I'm really, really chuffed with it. Cool. So I was like, bloody hell, I never thought I'd get that card.
I've never seen them. I'm looking forward to. Can you post a picture when you get it?
Yeah, of course I can.
Can I just say, was that like the autobiographies that came out early 2000s? Or
yeah, that's right. So
I'm using those, both of those books at the moment as a mic stand. Literally,
no way.
I don't want to move them now because I'll fuck the mic.
No. But you imagine that obviously people who got the book from there, like a lot of them probably just toss those trading cards away, or they're all dog-eared, so they don't crop up that often. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, Jesus Christ, someone don't know what you got there. So yeah, I'll grab that. Still on a bit of a lookout for NASCAR cards, trying to get a bit of a PC. Those cards don't have any market at all. Like I picked up some National Treasure stuff, like number to 15 as booklets, like auto, and you think they're like less than $20, and you think, Jesus Christ, crazy what the market is,
Yeah.
So I've been watching a few bits and pieces on those. Got into a couple of NASCAR breaks a couple of weeks ago and picked up a few autos for next to nothing really. But the big thing is I've been trying to complete my Cambridge United card set. So I've got the binder from the shop. I've sent off a few cards to get autographed. So thanks to Logan for the the tip to try and get those autographed, and that's a challenge I'm still trying to go ahead with. So watch this space for that. But yeah, sort of picking up a few different bits and pieces really. I mean, there's not much WWE stuff with Impeccable. There hasn't been much more that I've really been wanting to buy, so I've been picking up odds and ends really in between. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Cool.
Up
Chris,
the U's.
what you been up to?
Up the U's.
Up the U's. Another season, mate.
Another season in League One. Well done, Cambridge United. Yeah, I've had a pretty busy week or so. I'll start off with some AE dub. So I told you a few weeks ago, I started the Spectrum Full Gear set, the metal cards. I finished that set, so that is done. Top price paid for one card from that set was MJF, which I paid 15 Mickey Mouse for. The rest were pretty much under $10. And when these first came out, they were, nearly $100 each, sort of $100 and stuff. So I'm happy to have the set done and dusted. I wanted to nip that one in the bud really quickly because I'm not sure that they can go much lower than they are at the moment. I mean, some of them are $1 each, like Nyla Rose and people like that are like $125 and stuff. So really cool. And because Spectrum is sold out on ePack, and I just don't see ComC going any lower than that. So yeah, I wanted to do that one quickly, and I wanted to also do the chairs next. So probably for the next episode. Sticking with AEW, I submitted a Mariah May Gold new arrivals card to PSA. So we'll see how that comes back. I'm guessing a 7 or an 8, judging from what other people are getting back from that.
I was going to say, I saw you on that Facebook post. People were commenting back and forth, weren't they, in the comments about
Julia Hart card.
Julia Hart come back as a 7, didn't it?
Yeah, and I've got that at PSA now. That exact same parallel and everything. So, I
mean, it's crazy, really. I know it's the luck of the draw sometimes, but yeah, it's loads of those comments were like 7s and 8s and stuff, from all different types of EPAC stuff.
I'm not going to lie, I did only sub that card to resell. So I would like it to come back a 9 or a 10. Nice. But the other one was, the page one was for myself, so I don't care what that comes back as. But cool. And then still AEW, I picked up a Jamie Hayter to 99 green from Allure.
Can I add in my one?
Card tricks break.
Can I add in my one to your, when you've done this about Jamie Hayter? Because I completely forgot about my Jamie Hayter.
You didn't mention that, sure. I thought you were going to say it.
Go on. I'll mention it at the end of your AEW stuff, mate. It's fine.
Well, I was about to say, so Jamie Hayter to 99 green, which is very nice. And then that one was via card tricks. And then a cheap eBay pickup, Orange Dazzlers. Have you seen? I love these Dazzlers.
So they're the Blaster exclusives, aren't they?
Absolutely beautiful, yeah. And this one on Buy It Nows is pretty high, but I got a dirt cheap deal for this, man. So happy with that. What's your Jamie Hayter?
Dazzlers has to be orange, doesn't it? It's got to be Dazzler orange. Lady Dickinson,
Orange Dazzlers,
an orange Bobby.
Dickinson's Dazzlers. Dave, what was your Jamie Hayter?
So end of the month came round. I said to myself, I'm going to buy one more box of metal, and I got nothing in it apart from a Jamie Hayter green out of 10 auto.
Yes. Big
Nice.
card.
I mean, I can't sell the fucking thing though. Like, I think a lot of it's due to the fact that she's off TV at the minute. But
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah.
$400 card, man. Like, it ain't cheap. But
And it's an E-Pack exclusive parallel as well, isn't it?
no,
I don't think
no.
so.
I thought it was
I
E-Pack
think
exclusive. Sorry.
they're out of 10.
I don't think any of them are.
No.
I don't think there's any EPAC exclusives.
Well, only
other than
achievements,
the achievements
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
And the Spectrum.
yeah. So I was amazed. If I don't sell it, I will definitely keep it because it's a lovely card. It is an actually beautiful card.
If you don't sell it soon, then let's talk.
Oh, really?
Don't know if I could do like 450 for it, but we could. I'm sure we could work.
Oh,
something.
really?
I'd rather that you got the money for it than I had it, but
Well,
we'll see.
like, let's talk afterwards. See what you want to do because you know what I want to get, don't you?
What's that?
Knowledge is good.
Wow.
Knowledge is. You want some knowledge?
A man, a plan, a canal, Panama. Wow.
The fuck is going on? This is my work phone.
Is that
That's
your
my
phone?
work
What are you
phone doing that. Siri just came on for no reason.
I thought,
She wants to
I thought it was
get in
your
on the
wife
trade.
had come
No.
in. I thought your wife had come in.
My
to
wife
tell you
is
something.
not that robotic.
I couldn't hear it very well though. I just heard this like lady's voice.
That's so weird. What were we saying? You know what I want, right?
Yeah, and I said I didn't know what you want.
No, they ain't gone off. You know what I want, right? No, they ain't gone off. That's weird, isn't it?
You said, "Oh, we will see." Didn't you say, "I'll see" or something? I'll see.
Let's
what
talk
we can do.
afterwards.
Yeah.
No, they ain't gone off. All right, let's talk afterwards. Mate, I'm happy
weird.
to make a deal.
Let's spend the next half hour trying
You know
to
what I
trigger
mean?
it again.
Fucking weird. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry, back to Chris. Regular schedule. Sorry.
Yes, purchases. So I am going to talk EPAC now, actually. Okay, so last episode I said I had the green auto to 10, not a PMG, of Nyla Rose. So I managed to do a trade with that, part cards, part cash, and I managed to get another box out of that. The part of the trade was a gold Sting matte relic from Series 2 AEW, which I love the photo that they've used for that, so I was happy with that one. But in the box, I spoke about it earlier, I did pull a Hangman Page Jambalaya.
That's massive, man.
It's a pretty big card, yeah. And I think I told Dave this the other day, or I told the ATP, so that one is the only one where they're all numbered 1 out of 20, and then every other Jambalaya to 20 is numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Just Hangman Page is not numbered correctly. So, yeah, weird one. Also purchased from Facebook a red PMG of Thunder Rosa, and I bought another box of metal and got a red Riho, which obviously puts a cat amongst the pigeons in the ATP group because there's a few of them that collect Rio. And then last couple of days I did 5 packs the other day and got a pack silver auto, and then yesterday I did another 3 packs and I got an Isaiah Cassidy auto. I will say that don't take the 3 and the 5 packs as like a, you know what I mean, that is lucky.
I did some packs today, and mate, I got fuck all. So
exactly.
It's luck
So
of the
it's
draw.
very lucky.
Yeah.
And both occasions, and I'm very much like this, I was just at home not doing anything, and I just got a good feeling. And I know that's, whatever, but I just got a feeling and I went for it. So that's what happened. So yeah, lots going on with EPAC. I'm really enjoying it, trying to do the achievements and things like that. So yeah,
Check your phone.
Love it.
Because that's what I want.
okay, I'll look at it in a minute. Keeping going, I got a Luke Gallows select lucky envelope to 8.
That's amazing.
£6.40.
That's amazing.
Paid for that. And I've mentioned it many times. There's I'm doing the Carl Anderson Prism Rainbow. the one of one has popped up. I have now put in 3 offers for it, and I just don't think I can go any higher than I've gone for it. It's a fucking Carl Anderson card at the end of the day. The guy's got it up for 600 Mickey Mouse dollars. So, yeah, I think my top bid, I think I put in like 220 or something. And even then I was like, what are you doing? This is Carl Anderson. But he didn't counter it or anything. So that's done. Cool. And then I put another cat amongst the pigeons in the ATP chat and the Submit Wrestling card group. I don't know if you guys saw this post. I
Never heard
picked
of
up. No, fair enough. I picked up the Boneyard relic from Slam Attacks 2021. The Submit Wrestling group post was kind of like, is this a good price or is it, you know what I mean? It was just sort of just gossiping about it, in my opinion. I didn't, own up and say it was me that pulled it. But when I saw it straight away, I just thought of that Vince McMahon. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. So yeah, happy to add that one to the collection. It did get a bit weird during the bidding for it, because I'd put in a bid and I kept getting outbid, and then it was a bid cancellation and my bids went right back down. But the top bid that I'd put in still stayed. So yeah, it was a bit weird.
It must have been that seller cancelled those bids or something.
It could be.
Maybe
You've got to get that approved though by the seller, haven't you? To cancel bids, you have to get it approved by the seller.
You have to. Yeah, I don't think a seller can just cancel.
You can retract,
bid.
can't you?
I think you have to do a retraction. Yeah, so probably what happened. I am going to call the seller out a little bit now. If you listen to the pod, I'm sorry, but I'm going to send you a message on eBay as well. So, this card wasn't a cheap card in the slightest, and it was sent first class with a stamp. And now,
nothing
your
else.
insurance on that, buddy, is 20 quid. Yeah, this card was hundreds, whatever. I could easily. I'm a nice guy. I could easily just turn around and say that card never turned up. I want my money back. The seller would then say, he'd have no choice, and he would then have to try and claim that off of Royal Mail, and he'd get 20 quid. So I am going to send a message and just say, be careful, or be more careful when you're selling cards and stuff, and actually pay attention to what you're doing. What's up, Jay?
I think it's a really valid point though, Chris, because it's not just the condition of the card; it is like that come back for that guy. Like if it had been bent in the post or something, and he had to put that claim in.
This is twofold, because the fucking card turned up in a regular sized top loader, and it had been jammed to fuck in there. Sorry, Margaret. And I wasn't happy. I'm still not happy about it. But I think I might know the seller, so I don't want to go too hard. But I had to cut it out. I had to physically get scissors, cut it out, and it wasn't. When I was doing it, I was like, if I even nick this card, the tiniest bit is going back. I don't care. But it was fine, and the card is fine, and it's now in a correct size top loader and everything. So yeah, just that seller needs to have a little word with himself, I think. And I will send a message once I've calmed down. And then we always, when we do the purchases, we always say misses. And I never really say any misses, but I am going to mention one this week. I was in a card tricks break the other day.
Missed out on Hangman.
I missed out on Hangman, and my card got blocked.
Oh, really?
As well. So my I was picking up loads of cheap spots, and I didn't realize on this card I had a transaction limit per day. So it's not like an amount, but it's an amount of transactions. So I'm doing all these £1, £2, £3, whatever.
I see it all the time with people. They're like, "Oh, my card's been denied," and it's like, it's not because you ain't got the funds, because they're like,
it's just they're like, you've been robbed. Somebody is using your card like a madman. But so during that one, it was an elite break, and I had the Rey Mysterio spot, and a family lineage to 10 came out with Ray and Dom. They did offer me the chance to like offer on the card and try and buy it, but no, that's not what I wanted to do, and we spun for it and I lost. So yeah, that was a bit of a kick in the balls, but especially after losing, it was not my night that night. It was, losing that on the Hangman, then losing out on that. Yeah. Sorry,
you called it quits. You
didn't do any
to
breaks after that for the next day or so. But yeah, that's it from me.
Cool. Well, I think we're all done, Patches. All had a good mix of stuff there. So good. Let's get ready to move on to our top 5. So before we do it, let's have a quick mention from our sponsors, and then we'll come back and then we'll have a break and we'll do our top 5 Mick Foley cards.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Join Card Tricks UK on Whatnot Daily, your only stop for regular wrestling breaks in the UK. Ooh, Chris, Casper, and the team welcome you to join the hunt for rare autographs, relics, and one-of-ones from wrestling stars past, present, and future. What you gonna do, brother?
Cool. Okay, so let's move over to our top 5 this time round. So I thought we'd do a bit of Mick Foley action. He's been on the news, obviously, with like retirement stuff and things like that. We haven't really done Foley in the section, although we've mentioned him bloody numerous times on no end of different top 5s. But this is his own dedicated top 5. So top 5 Mick Foley cards. So I'll put myself at the top. I don't know if I want to go first. I might mix this up a little bit. Do you boys want to go first, or shall I just run through mine? You go on then.
I realise how much I don't like Mick Foley. Looking at all of these cards, the thing is, right? I realise what I do actually like with Mick Foley. I like Mankind, even though I remember the Boiler Room match.
Which version? What, brown?
The white shirt. Have a nice day.
Socko.
That kind of insane but lovable Mankind.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, all of
is it because you're university in?
all of his gimmicks are obviously parts of his psyche, right? So the hardcore brutalness of Cactus Jack is a big part of his psyche. His derangedness of Mankind and his lovable side, his dude love. And then there's TNA Mick Foley as well. Just add that one in. It's a mix of every fucking thing.
We haven't we haven't had a slightly pervy side of Mick Foley, have we? Who's attracted to all the divas. We haven't had that one
and you've
yet,
got Santa Claus as well. He's on a Santa Claus card as well, I suppose. But ultimately, we see a lot of sides. But I realised that I'm not I've always hated dude love generally. I like. I've never really connected with Cactus Jack, and I thought I would because he's the most normal out of them all.
Yeah, that's how I feel, James.
No, never did. But weirdly, and I hate the Boiler Room match. That variation, like when he started out and he's screaming, and he's just this really strange Mankind. Yeah, that's it. I hated that. I didn't get it. It's supposed to be like Leatherface, right? From what's it called? Chainsaw Massacre. I'm sure it is. So, but the more that character developed, the more interesting it got. I think more so, I never saw him as a viable opponent to the people he was facing, i.e. The Rock or Triple H. Triple H is this fucking muscle-bound fucking guy. And you've got Mick Foley who's just like, I'm going to throw myself at you.
Yeah, but that's like a different style of fighting, isn't it? He's like a brawler. Not having that. You weren't watching it.
Well, mate, no, you were actually at partying.
You were.
I don't know. Like, I just, for me personally, I never really got it. So, but I'm glad. I'm going to look forward now, listening to you guys reminisce. So, I do have my top 5 for what it's worth. So the dude love tie-dye Mez from Select 22. I know Trav loves that card. I think it's a really lovely card. I think it's just all over tie-dye, right? He's tie-dye, the card's tie-dye. Really nice looking card, right? Quite an expensive card to find as well these days. Like, can't find them. Mankind
Mankind is how you put it on your WhatsApp.
Mankini. Mankind Heritage.
That's something you wouldn't want to see.
Heritage 2012. That image on that Heritage card from 2012 is what I think about when I think about like Mankind. Really, just him in the corner, like looking over his shoulder. I think that's like perfect image of him. Really. Number 3, I put the 1996 SummerSlam Mankind Auto Impeccable 23. I haven't seen that photo of him like holding the urn. I'd not seen that photo on a card before.
I don't think it has.
I don't think
So I think that's really cool. Obviously, that's from the Boiler Room match right at the end, and he's got the urn and stuff. So I thought that was quite cool. Number 2, I think this went under the radar a bit. The Chrome 2014 Hell in a Cell. So obviously, as Helen, like this is quite an aerial view of them on top of the cage, right?
It's such
a cool shot. Very underrated card. I think that's really cool. I did see like the signed copy of it. I think that'd be really cool to get like a signed, because there's a lot of space on the top that you can get a really good signature on the top of that card for both of them, really, and Undertaker. I think that's really cool. But I did go for the BBM 1995 True Rookie card. I obviously the front of that card is him covered in blood. You don't get a lot of cards of him covered in blood. Zan Morning actually put that card as his number 1 recently. He did a Mick Foley poll recently as well, and he put that at number 1.
Oh, really?
top 5.
But what I would say, and he didn't cover this in there, the reverse of that BBM card, because there's 2 sides of it. There's 2 pictures on both sides. The reverse of that card, I think that image that's not the bloody image, it's just I think that's the best Cactus Jack image that there is on a card, personally. That's just me. Really nice. There you go. That's my top 5. I have no frame of reference, really, if they're any good, but there you go. It's Mankind.
There's some cool ones there. I mean, there's some really nice cards in there, so we'll wait and see. Right, I'll rattle through mine then. Mine will be a little bit of a nostalgia thing for me. So I slightly differ from you, Lloydy. So I got into WWF late 99, early 2000.
You're trying to call me old?
So my very first...
You're trying to call me old?
Yes.
No, what's that calling you old? I'm just saying that's when I really started watching. That's all I'm saying. Nothing else. I would have been 10 years old when that happened. No, that's when I really got into WWF, and my first memory of watching wrestling was Mick Foley or Mankind turning into Cactus Jack on SmackDown just for the Rumble 2000, and that promo will live me forever. Like where he like takes the mask off, and I'd never seen Cactus Jack, never heard of Cactus Jack, and I was like, "What was this?" And I was captivated. I was totally blown away by it. So I've really got a soft spot for Cactus Jack, and there was this period where we only had Mankind stuff in cards, and when they started putting Cactus Jack back into Heritage and stuff, I was so excited. So that's kind of my thing. So Cactus Jack is always my favourite face of Foley for that purpose, really. So that's where we start with number 5. So I've put in there the No Mercy Cactus Jack card. So this is the foil ones that we all know. But this is a picture of Cactus Jack with a barbed wire bat against the face. I just think this is such a cool image. I don't know if it's cropped up anywhere else. I don't remember if it's ever been on any other cards, but it's a really nice image. So that's in at number 5. Number 4, a card which I sort of was looking for, and again, it's one I think I picked it up maybe from Sam at Kayfabe Cards in the end. I'm not sure, but it's the WCW annual card, which is like the one with that everyone sort of goes for other wrestlers and stuff. But the Cactus Jack, I put down his first card. I think it kind of gets forgotten because it's like a magazine card. So that's a number 4. Number 3, I've gone for the Garbage Pail Kids, all the faces of Foley. I think anytime you can get all the faces of Foley on a card or reference them, I think is always good. I think WWE have missed a trick where they haven't got a clip of that Triple H Cactus Jack Falls Cat Anywhere match where they're like all in that studio set. I think you could have a cool image of that if you could get good quality of it, you know. But these Garbage Pail Kid cards, they attract quite a high premium, really, and they're quite hard to come by. Really cool image there. At number 2, I've gone for the BBM 95. I think if you're a Foley fan, like, this is the one that everyone goes for. I think if you can get an auto on it as well, it just looks really nice. I know Alan in the Facebook group, he's been trying to get the BBM cards for a long time, and this is his Grail card, and he's now got it.
He got it
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks back.
And I thought, this is perfect. But he was so over the moon. Like, he was elated that he'd actually managed to secure it, and he's been after it for a long, long time. So, I think this is really going to be quite high on our sort of Mega 5 when we do it. But yeah, BBM 95, Cactus Jack at number 2. And going back to what I said about having all the faces.
The reverse on that card. Do you see what I mean about the picture on the reverse of that card as well? It's perfect because it's got basically, the bloody side and the normal side of him on it. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. And actually, it's a card that I haven't actually got yet in my PC. Like, I've been trying to pick one up. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. And I mean, they do crop up, but I think the longer you leave, I think there's more and more people knowing this card's out there now, and I think it's going to just get higher and higher over time. And then number 1, I've gone for the Topps Legends 2017 triple auto. I think Foley's a perfect one for a triple auto, and the fact that you can sign it all is perfect, really. So yeah, this is Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack. The only downside to this card, I don't think the Dude Love, he has the coloured in heart on it compared to what he does later on. I think he was still sign it just as Dude Love.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my top 5, a mix of sort of my favourite Foley cards, really. Chris, over to you.
Cool. So, I mean, you've just said about, Mick Foley, what he was like when you first started watching wrestling, Jamie. He wasn't in wrestling when I started watching it, but when he, came to WWE or WWF as Mankind, I wasn't really into it. I didn't like when he was like pulling out his hair and shit like that. I was like fucking, like Jamie said, I was like 10 or something. That was a bit weird. But when, I think it was 97, his, when he brought out Cactus Jack and when he brought out Dude Love, that was a game changer for me. I loved these different characters. I loved the dynamic that Dude Love had with, both DX and with Stone Cold. Him and Stone Cold was amazing at the time. And then later on,
the corporate champ stuff was really cool as well.
Corporate champ stuff, yeah. And I didn't mind the Have a Nice Day Mankind, but I do always just have a soft spot for Dude Love and Cactus Jack. Dude Love especially was a figure. Jack's brought out 97, 98, and I went everywhere, absolutely everywhere, trying to get that from Argos. And I did manage to get it again. So,
what is it? The Bendham's one?
It's one where he's got no, not the Bendham's. It's the Jack's Bone Crunchers or whatever they were.
Oh, okay,
but it was the one where he had a joint in the arm.
Okay.
So he had so his arm moved. I'm doing a movement. But it was really tricky to get, and I appreciate my mum and dad both taking me places to try and find that. But yeah, so I have gone auto crazy in this. I kind of did it in terms of maybe not his best cards, but maybe the cards that I personally would want to own. But I'm not starting off with an auto. I'm starting off with maybe his newest card. Is that fair to say? His latest card that has been released?
There's nothing sooner.
No. Mankind Action Packed Chronicles 2023, I think it is. Yeah. Dave has obviously mentioned Action Packed earlier.
Once or twice.
Again, once or twice. For me, when I got back into wrestling cards sort of 2019, 2020, this was one of the sets I was buying packs of and, trying to get. And I haven't got a complete set of the Action Pack, but I've got a lot of them. And the image is him being thrown off Hell in a Cell by Undertaker. It's a cool card. And it's one of his sort of most notable moments, or his most notable moment, really, isn't it? So that's number 5. Then starts the auto. So number 4, I've gone for a duel, a Mankind and a Triple H auto, Prism 2022. It was the Iconic Rivals set. These are great. It's a cool card. It was one of my favorite rivalries, in that period of time. And I'm going to admit this here on the pod. It's the only time I've ever cried at wrestling is when Triple H beat Cactus Jack in Hell in a Cell. I cried my eyes out. I was not happy because it was like he was obviously retiring and blah, blah, blah.
He looks back at everyone as he walks out.
That's it. Only to come back later. But yeah, I've never hated somebody as much in wrestling as I hated Triple H at that time period, from fucking when he left DX until when he was in Evolution. Yeah, I hated him. I've never hated somebody that much in wrestling. Piece of shit. Number 3, I've gone for Cactus Jack Impeccable 2022. So it's the illustrious ink with the bang bang inscription. It's just a cool image used. It's ticking all the boxes for me. Love it. I would like to own it. It's on one of, it's on a list somewhere, I'm sure, but yeah, I'm not sure I would actually pull the trigger on it because I prefer Dude Love. So Dude Love Fully Loaded 2021 is number 2 on my list. It's only number 2 because I think that the one that's just come out recently, an Impeccable, is a little bit nicer. So I've gone for that one for number 1. So another Dude
Loaded is a bit skeptical. It's Masonic, isn't it?
Yeah, the background and the design is not maybe not the best. Yes, the Fully Loaded. The Impeccable one though, it just looks a lot crisper. Card just looks more. It's an upmarket card. It's a high end card, and I think that just trumps the Fully Loaded. So there is one on bids at the moment that I am watching. So we'll see what happens with that. I do have a couple of honourable mentions as well. I'll just quickly throw in.
Yeah, go.
Jamie's Triple Auto. Again, that I only didn't put that on because of the Dude Love SIG. And the image they used for, I think it was Cactus Jack or Dude Love, I just thought was a bit lame. So yeah, I didn't put that in. And then his, I think, rookie card. 1987 Tops. So the card is called Backbreaker. And he's just a jobber wrestler in a backbreaker. I think it's like Don Morocco or someone like of that ilk. Has got him up there. But yeah, that's his first ever card, I believe.
Passing the torch, allegedly.
There you go. Yes, there you go. That's where that comes from.
That's where it comes from.
That's where it comes from. You've heard it here first.
Just a quick thing about Foley. So I was watching a thing on YouTube, and it was like for the love of wrestling on one of these like conventions. And Foley said as he's getting older, he wants to give the fans a little bit something extra where they get like an autograph or something. He said he's now got to the point where he wants to give them something they don't expect.
Arthritis.
That's why he's now put so much
pictures of his toes or something, wasn't it? He posted a picture of Impeccable and had his feet in it.
Crippling joint aches. That's what he's got. That's what he's giving to everyone. Jesus.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like he's also like it just seems to be getting better as time's gone. Like he didn't used to do hearts. He never used to put bang bang on stuff. Like, and he was saying at conventions, if someone asks for an autograph, he'll give them a free photo, or he'll do the other way around if they pay for a photo, just give them an auto. He's like, just give people a little bit extra, and he seems to be doing that with cards for us, doesn't he? So it's all good.
He's the man of the people, and he always tried to be. So good on him.
Boom. Well, shall we rattle through the Mega 5 because we are getting close to the end of the episode. So I'll start the timer, get your thinking caps on, and this is time for Mega 5. What are you thinking?
boys sort it out.
I think I've got a rough idea.
This is
You're gonna
not my
reminisce on
round.
your
This is not my round.
Okay, well, look, I'm gonna say I would like to see the indelible ink and the BBM either 1 or 2. So whichever round I want to do that, that's going to be the 1 and 2. It's just the one.
I'm going to say I'm going to make an executive decision and say the BBM because it's high up on both of your lists, and you know it's his first like proper card. Should we put that at number 1? I think.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. And then, are we happy with the Dude Love then at number 2? If you're happy with that,
yeah, I'm happy with that. So 1 and 2 are sorted.
You're gonna have the triple auto 3 then, haven't you?
Makes
the
sense.
triple auto.
I'd like to see the Garbage Pail Kids in there. I think that's a really cool card. I don't mind where 5 or 4.
Okay, can we have No Mercy at 4? Just because the image of it, and then the Garbage Pail at 5, or the other way around? Or do you want to have Action Packed, have a very brand new release on there?
Oof, it's tricky, isn't it?
We could do Action Packed and the.
I'd rather Action Packed over the Garbage Pail Kids, personally.
I don't. Then if we'd be putting on.
Can I ask you something as well? Like, just the. Have you boys got any affinity to Garbage Pail Kids? Because when I was young, that was a thing.
No, not at all.
But when did they actually exist when you were growing up? Like in a form?
Yeah. So for me, I have a 3-year-old, like an older sister who's 3 years older than me. So she's sort of early 80s, whereas I'm towards the end of the 80s. So it was a thing for me.
Cool.
I have no idea what it is, and I only know about it because it appears in random limited edition card sets every now and then.
Because there was a film as well, Jamie. They did make a really bad film about Garbage Pail Kids. It's terrible. Okay. But yeah, it was a thing when I was growing up, and I was in the middle to the tail end of it, I'd say. But yeah, I just remember it, and even then, I was a kid, like. I just remember showing it to the parents, going, "Oh, look at this!" And then my parents go, "What the fuck is this?" So yeah, a bit of a weird one.
Because they had them like the wrestling buddies. When they like Garbage Pail Kids were like the buddies, like toys as well, or they only.
I think
they
looked
cartoons?
similar, but no, I don't think they had any
physical stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they were actually
all cards.
Anything to do with it.
I just remember all being cards.
Okay,
horrific.
Yeah.
But I'd much rather that action pack going in than the Garbage Pail Kids, personally.
What about?
So we've got.
What about the tie-dye meds? Because that is very colour matchy, isn't it?
It's got some fans. I mean, we've got lots of.
See how much we struggle without Dave helping us.
You know what I mean? Making
Dave's usually
like
right,
this.
Boom.
I mean, look, we've got a good balance here. We've got a Cactus Jack as 1, a Dude Lovers 2, the Triple at 3, and a Mankind at 4. So we've got all the things there. So we need just one more Foley, and it will tip the balance. So Garbage Pail Kids covers all the places. Foley, so that way
I'm going to say Mankind Action Pack.
That's already in there.
No, we haven't done that one.
Yeah, I've got that as 4.
Oh, I thought you'd put your No Mercy at 4.
No, I haven't put it in yet. I've got
put
1.
Put your No Mercy at 4 and put Mankind at 5. There you go.
Boom.
Yeah?
Happy?
Okay.
There you go.
Fine.
Dave's like, I want to
know.
Man,
I'm talking about
talking
about Foley, man. Too long. Jesus.
Never too long.
Right. Okay, let's finish this off then. That's locked in. Let's go home. Let's finish this for the night. So, next time round, you'll see us for our Backlash recap and April Card Tricks highlight show at some point next week. So look out for that. Again, there is lots. Again, we mentioned some of it with one-of-ones and all sorts that have been put in over the last month. Crazy. So we'll do a full run through of that. So look out for that. As I mentioned earlier on, we've got the bonus shows to the SCR sessions will be up next week. We've got the Ringmaster quizzes up and the feed. So your feed is going to be brimming with SCR content over the next few weeks. And we'll keep bringing more of that. Chris, next time round, it is going to be you, I believe, for episode 50.
The big
5-0.
We're
so old.
Yeah.
Come on.
So,
Well done.
what do you want as the top 5, Chris, for number 50?
So I think we've mentioned it before. We've had a few guests on over the past sort of few weeks. I was away for a bit. So I think we mentioned it even before that. So we're going to do gold.
Gold. Out of 50.
Any kind of gold you want.
Out of 50.
Out of 50s for tops. But it can be any gold, right? It doesn't have to be tops. Doesn't have to be out of 50. Is that all good with you guys?
Yeah, man. We have to do it. We have to do it.
Yeah.
It's out of 50 is gold in my mind. And it's going to be in the future as well, right? So,
this is it.
Yeah, it'll go.
Cool.
Boom.
Gold.
Okay, so there'll be no big topic really next time round. Then it'll just be the top 5 again, which should be all good. We'll also be sharing some of our favourite memories from the last 50 episodes next time round as well. So if you've got any funny bits or your favourite bits of the show, just drop us a message and we'll make sure we mention them. We've got a good idea of what we're going to talk about and reminisce on, but there's something that you want particularly raise attention to, then maybe I'll open up the voice memos or something and you can send over your favourite memories. And then just if you want to find us on Facebook, so we're at Squared Circle Relics Podcast on Facebook. Search us there, come join the group. As we said before, if you're in the Card Tricks WhatsApp group, or if you're not joined it yet, do go and join the Card Tricks group. We've also got the SCR chat on there where we'll talk all things pod on there, but just come join the fun on either one of those platforms. And if you want to find me online, I'm still on X. Don't really use it much, but I haven't deleted the account. But you can find me. I'm at Jamie Stocker over on X. Over to you, boys. Who wants to finish off?
I mean, like, not much for me. Like, at SCR Pod on Twitter. But I think it's time to decommit, boys. Like, we don't use it for anything.
No one's using it.
We
use Insta. We've got the Facebook. We use the WhatsApp as well for Card Tricks.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of using it, to be honest. But we're still on there for now. But other than that, the _Lloydy boy, I'm always around. Nobody cares. It's fine.
And Chris, you've been a busy boy on YouTube.
Yeah,
What
that's
have you been
it. Finally, I passed 500 subscribers. I'm on now. We'll have a live update. 511, 512. It's gone up since we started the pod. Oh no, it's gone down since we started the pod. It's on 511 again. Regardless, 500 passed, so I'm very happy with that. Considering what the channel actually is, do you know what I mean? It's just me opening cards that are not for you; they're for me. I am going to do a giveaway on there very soon, though, so keep an eye out for that. Latest videos, I've had some AEW go up there. And I will just say, I really enjoy opening some of AEW's products, but it really doesn't do very well on the channel. So WWE is probably the way to go. Quick shout out to Chris from Card Tricks, as he always mentions my channel on his streams. I appreciate that because that definitely helps me with my subs. So other things, what have I done? Today I've had a Select Blaster, some Elite Hobby Packs, some Logie Bear Season 1, Series 1 cards go up on there. And I've been posted on Instagram again. I've been trying to get back into the swing of it. Trying to sort of show off some of my own cards again. Went through ages. I think I looked and I hadn't posted at some point for like 9 months or something. So really trying to get back into that. And yeah, that's about
The thing
it.
is, social media is so toxic, but we have to do it. But it's just...
Yes, this is it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Really. I do struggle with that. But yeah, I just try not to pay anyone attention if I get any sort of negative comments, and it's usually on YouTube that I get negative stuff. But yeah,
Cool, man.
trying to get back into the swing of things.
Nice. All right. Well, I say there's lots going on the feed, so keep your eyes peeled. Again, find us on all these different platforms as we've all mentioned. Give us all a follow and like on there. We'll see you for episode 50 for the normal show, but we'll see you for the recap show. And that's about it. Say goodbye, boys.
Bye.
Goodbye, boys.
Let's fucking go. And fuck John Cena.